In early 2025, North America was gripped by a brutal cold snap that swept across cities and towns, catching millions off guard. This deep freeze arrived as a jarring contrast after Chicago had just experienced its warmest year on record, with residents recently enjoying mild, almost spring-like days in the heart of winter. Suddenly, temperatures plunged to a bone-chilling minus 25 degrees Fahrenheit, with fierce wind chills making it feel even colder. Daily life ground to a halt as people struggled to get to work, schools closed, and emergency vehicles navigated treacherous roads. 7 states declared emergencies, and parts of New York were buried under an astonishing 6 feet of snow in just one day, overwhelming even seasoned residents and first responders. For many, this raised a familiar and puzzling question. If the planet is warming, how can we still face such extreme cold and snowstorms? The answer lies in understanding the crucial difference between weather and climate, 2 terms often confused but fundamentally distinct. Our day-to-day experience is weather, immediate, tangible, and sometimes extreme, shaping how we dress, travel, and live each day. But these dramatic cold snaps, while shocking and memorable, don't contradict the broader trend of a warming world. In fact, they can sometimes be influenced by shifting climate patterns. They remind us that winter's force, though less frequent in a changing climate, can still command our attention and respect, leaving a lasting impression on all who experience it. Weather is like a mood, changeable and short-lived. Climate is the personality, shaped over decades. A single cold snap is just a blip in the long-term warming trend. The data is clear. The last decade has been the hottest on record. So, a snowstorm doesn't disprove global warming any more than a bad day changes a cheerful person's nature. We live through weather, but climate is the sum of all those days. Understanding this difference is crucial. Extreme cold events will still happen, but the planet's overall personality is getting warmer. Recognizing this helps us make sense of the wild swings we're seeing. High above the North Pole, the polar vortex acts like a refrigerator door, keeping Arctic air locked away, preserving the frigid temperatures of the Arctic region. Sometimes that door swings open, sending frigid air south and causing severe cold snaps, affecting millions. This isn't new, but climate change may be making the vortex less stable, leading to more unpredictable weather patterns. As the Arctic warms, the temperature difference between pole and equator shrinks, weakening the vortex and its ability to contain cold air. The result? More frequent or intense blasts of cold air into North America and beyond, disrupting daily life and economies. Ironically, a warming Arctic could mean colder winters for some, creating a paradox of climate change. The science is still evolving, but the link between Arctic warming and polar vortex disruptions is a growing concern among researchers. Climate change doesn't just mean hotter summers, it can also mean wilder winters, with more extreme and unpredictable weather events year-round. The world is warming, but that doesn't mean winter is over. Even as average temperatures rise, the chill of winter still lingers in unexpected ways, reminding us that the cold season hasn't disappeared, it's just changing. Cold snaps are less common and less intense overall, but when they do arrive, they can be more disruptive than ever before. Sudden snowstorms can catch cities off guard, and communities may struggle to respond quickly. Our infrastructure and routines are built for milder winters, making us more vulnerable when deep freezes strike. Power outages, frozen pipes, and hazardous roads can all become more likely when we're unprepared for rare but severe cold. Health risks rise too. Cold stresses the heart and lungs, especially for the vulnerable. The elderly, children, and those with chronic illnesses face greater dangers during these unpredictable cold spells. These events don't contradict climate change, they're part of its story. The science is clear. A warming planet can still produce powerful winter storms and record-breaking cold, just less often. Climate change means more volatility, hotter heat waves, rarer but sometimes harsher cold snaps. The extremes are becoming more pronounced, making it harder to predict what each season will bring. We're seeing fewer deep freezes, but when they come, they hit harder. Communities must be ready for both the expected and the unexpected. The key is adaptation, preparing for both the heat and the lingering chills. By strengthening our infrastructure and supporting those most at risk, we can weather whatever winter brings. The story of winter is changing, but it's not over. As our climate shifts, so too must our understanding and our response to the seasons. Winters are changing in more ways than just temperature. Warmer air holds more moisture, so storms can dump more precipitation, but more of it falls as rain, not snow. Across the U.S., less winter precipitation is falling as snow, threatening water supplies that depend on snowpack. This shift disrupts ecosystems, agriculture, and even winter sports. Less snow means less insulation for plants and animals, and unpredictable water for crops. The character of winter is being rewritten: quieter, wetter, less predictable. Understanding these changes isn't about fear, but about smart adaptation. By preparing for new winter realities, we can protect our communities and our planet.